I'm John Ferguson, and I'm here to take you on a little journey. The journey starts here in beautiful Anaheim Hills, California, where I was born and raised. Spent most of my life here in Orange County. I really love it. Matter of fact, I still live in Anaheim Hills now with my wife, Stephanie. I graduated high school here in 1993, Canyon High School, and right after high school, I had a choice to make what to do with my life, so I went to junior college night and weekends like a lot of kids do, trying to figure things out. I worked full-time in a lumber yard. After working there for a little while, I realized I really didn't like to work in an hourly scale job where no matter what I did, my pay was going to be the same. So I quickly got a job in the mortgage industry. Worked in the mortgage industry about 5 years total, couple companies. Cut my teeth on 200-300 phone calls a day, little cubicle, learned sales techniques, how to work on a deadline. But what really was interesting to me is just how beneficial it felt to be able to make more money as I worked harder. I really liked that. The more you put into something, the more you got out of it. Well, after 5 years of mortgages, I was a little burnt out on 300 or 400 phone calls a day, a little cubicle. And I had made some pretty good money. I was always a top producer. So I went back to school to pursue my dream of being a school teacher. I always wanted to be an elementary school teacher. I like kids, I like giving back to the community, so I was able to do that. Upon finishing college in 2005 with a credential from Cal State Fullerton, I substitute school taught, and to supplement my income, I created my company, Fergan Design, a marble polishing, stone refinishing company, working in high-end residential homes, mostly Newport Coast, Dana Point, Coto de Caza, all over the higher-end areas of Southern California. And I learned some good things there, how to market my business, how good customer service and doing excellent service at an excellent price could create repeat customers, which was really the key in being successful in the business, having repeat customers. So did this for a couple of years while I was substitute school teaching, trying to get into the industry. Finally landed a job in the Antelope Valley, teaching 5th grade at Eastside Elementary School. Went up there, taught for a couple of years. Wonderful time. I learned a whole lot about community and how to help families and just how to deal with all sorts of different people, because I had been used to a fairly limited clientele in the marble industry, and being a teacher I had parents that were in aerospace and other parents that were, going through rehab and had drug problems or had been in prison. So it really gave me a space to get to know how all different kinds of people work and what motivates different people. Well, unfortunately, even though I loved the job and it went well, my job was cut out 2 years later due to financial cuts because the state of California going through some budget crisis. So I had to come back to Orange County. And that wasn't bad because I loved Orange County. I loved it a lot more than living out in Antelope Valley. But I was stuck with what was I going to do. So I started back up Fergan Design and continued that. And I continued subbing, trying to get into the education career. And just recently, last 2 years, I realized that getting a full-time position, government education in this area was not going to happen. So last year and a half, it's just been working on Fergan Design, my marble company. And I realized once I got rid of the dream of being a teacher that I really did need to make a career change. So after spending some time and looking through what I could do and what I enjoy, I remember always enjoying the sales side of things. And so I looked at different sales jobs and different sales opportunities, asked friends and families what they think I'm good at, what they could see me doing, and also interpersonally thought myself, what would I like to do? And automotive sales was just the one. I had never thought about getting into it because of nights and weekends, and me and my wife had really wanted a life where we control our hours more. But recently she's wanted to get into real estate, and she's going to be spending lots of weekend time and everything. So really opened up the idea that hours don't matter to me at this point, and I can do what I love. And I've always loved cars, and I love sales. So it made sense. So about 2 months ago, I started applying all over the place. I've had several interviews in the area. And then one day, I was looking on Craigslist and noticed Capo VW running a career night. So I called up, and the first thing I realized is, wow, the people that work here sure seem to like this place. Because the person that set up the appointment just for career night had such a charisma about her. And I was really impressed. And so went to career night. And now I have to admit I'm super impressed. I have 4 or 5 job offers already out, and I'm putting them on the side because Capo VW is by far #1. It's the only one I really, really want to work at. I would really love to be part of this team over at Capo VW. And speaking of VWs, what does VW mean to me? Well, I kind of a little bit into German cars, Porsches and VWs mostly. Growing up, my first car I bought in high school was a '73 Super Beetle to get me around town. A lot of fun, a lot of adventures in that. As I made a little bit more money, I was able to buy a '59 Bug in a barn, and I completely restored it, brought it back to my house, and restored it in my garage, painted it myself, built the engine myself, put all of it together myself. And then recently, a couple years ago, I was able to purchase a 2004 Volkswagen Phaeton. Owned that for a couple years. Great, great car. Bentley chassis, V8 out of the Audi 4.2 liter. Wonderful car. I really love German engineering and specifically Volkswagens. So, journey so far is led me all over the place. And right now, this is my current state in the journey. I'm looking for a job in the automobile sales, and Capo VW is #1 on my list. Nobody even else is #2. I will sell cars no matter what very soon, but I would love the chance to join your team. And I think the combination of my drive, my spirit, my intellect, and my skill set that I've already obtained over my life, I think I'd be a perfect fit to join the team over at Capo VW. I also have a passion for people and cars, and I really can't wait to get started working with you guys. Thank you very much. I'm John Ferguson. Have a nice day.